Let's move on now to the supplements section. Are supplements magic? Again, I'm sure you've seen these advertisements around, this testosterone booster is going to increase your gains 972%. And it's going to give you, see, look, I think this one says increases free testosterone in just 7 days. So, and I already see a couple of ingredients on the thing that don't work, and we'll get over that in a second. But yeah, so I'm sure you guys have seen this. Don't be fooled by flashy advertisements, because supplements are not magic. That's something that we've said on this podcast since day one. You do not need supplements. Supplements only help 1% of the equation. Majority of this is going to come from your diet and your training. So you have to make sure you keep that in check and learn the basics. This is why you purchased this course. We're not here to bullshit you and tell you that you need this supplement. This is what's going to do it. You can do it without the supplements and just do it through whole food if you choose to. The supplements will help, but again, it'll be 1 to 5%. So supplements that actually work. Let's just get right into what does work. So vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, zinc, copper, boron, Taxidrol. Taxidrol is our product, but we will go into what Taxidrol is. There was actually a lot of studies on Taxidrol, and we'll go over this also as well. So vitamin C. Vitamin C has been shown to regenerate damaged testosterone molecules by up to 58%. Vitamin C is a great antioxidant, so that's one of the reasons why it can help repair damaged molecules. It protects the ligate cells from oxidative stressors such as alcohol and antibiotics. So the ligate cells, which we should have actually talked about, are produced in the testes, and they are also responsible for testosterone production. So you want to keep those cells as less damaged as you can. So protecting them from oxidative stress, from outside lifestyles, alcohol, antibiotics, anything like that, can definitely help. We'll tell you how much and everything as we go when we all put it together. So the main contribution to increased testosterone is preventing the molecules from oxidative damage. So again, I explained it's a great free radical. Again, if you don't want to use vitamin C supplements, you don't have to. You could definitely, and as we said earlier, you should be having plenty of fruits and vegetables in your diet as well, because that's going to keep the inflammation down and also prevent heart disease. So it's also been shown to significantly increase sperm quality, motility, and volume. So guys, if you're trying to get your lady pregnant, make sure you take your vitamin C. If you're trying to spray and pray like my co-host does here, don't take your vitamin C.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways that you can increase the amount of testosterone in your body. As we mentioned, a lot of it's not necessarily directly raising it, it's lowering other hormones. But now you have something like vitamin C that will increase the amount of testosterone in your body, especially if you are experiencing things from unhealthy lifestyles that are damaging your testosterone molecules. So vitamin C will serve as an aid to prevent that and actually repair them. So if you're doing things like Anthony mentioned that are unhealthy to the body, drinking excessive alcohol, excessive stress,
even a workout,
anything, that your body is doing to inhibit the amount of testosterone that's in your system, vitamin C will act as a protectant against that and help to rejuvenate it. So taking vitamin C is not naturally going to take your testosterone up to a very high level, but if you are doing things that are going to inhibit the amount of testosterone in your body, vitamin C is going to come at the aid to help that and repair that. So like I said, many different ways that you can increase your testosterone. It's not directly always just increasing it. It's also lowering other hormones and doing things to protect the amount of testosterone that naturally is occurring in your body.
Correct. Remember, your body loves to maintain things. So if one thing is damaged, we have to fix that in order to get things flowing again. Your body loves systems. And vitamin C has also been shown to decrease cortisol, which is testosterone's enemy. And again, 1 to 5 grams daily, with 1 to 3 grams being sufficient. So we'll go over that again. When we put this all together at the end, we just have to let you guys know, trying to let this flow here for you guys. So vitamin D. Vitamin D is actually not a vitamin. It's actually a steroid hormone. Yes, so when you take vitamin D, you're taking a steroid. High vitamin D levels in men result in higher testosterone and lower SHBG. So you can actually get sufficient amount of vitamin D from being in the sun. Vitamin D in the sun gets to your skin, touches your skin, and it's actually vitamin D2 and gets converted in your body to vitamin D3, which is the one that actually gets utilized for your body. So you can actually do this by being outside, but if you're live in a climate area where the sun's not around all the time, or you work in an office all day, you don't have ample amount of vitamin D sunlight, you can definitely supplement with a vitamin D supplement, which is what I recommend. I get plenty of sunlight, but I also do take a vitamin D supplement. It doesn't hurt to take it because I'm trying to increase testosterone. So this is one of the reasons why I keep taking it. So studies have shown that men with low T that have supplemented with vitamin D average a 25% increase in testosterone. So for me, I'll take the risk, have more vitamin D, but that 25% is worth it to me.
Yeah, most men will suffer from low vitamin D levels in the body rather than having excessive vitamin D. It's one of those vitamins in the body that most men are actually deficient in compared to them having an abundance of. So I think anybody can benefit from having vitamin D as a supplement. It's really inexpensive too. You may as well use it. There's no reason not to.
Yeah.
I've actually had blood work done where I've come back with low vitamin D levels and I don't get a lot of sunlight. So I'm going to have to supplement with it to keep mine in the normal range. And, like we said, especially when it comes to testosterone, it's pretty much vital to have that in place because it is a steroid hormone. So if you're not getting enough sunlight, your vitamin D levels are a little low, you can guarantee that you're going to see an increase in testosterone if you bring those vitamin D levels up to normal. Now, if your vitamin D levels are in the normal range and you super compensate, are you going to see a big change in testosterone? Possibly not, but like I said, most people are on the low end of normal or deficient in it. So getting that up to a normal range will result in higher testosterone.
Yeah, and it's funny. It's a vitamin. It's a little tiny pill, but it can make a huge difference. All right, vitamin E. Vitamin E is one of the 24 essential micronutrients for human survival. It's a powerful antioxidant in the body, and as we learned about earlier, we need those antioxidants to prevent free radicals and oxidative stress to those testosterone molecules. So having more vitamin C in your body, especially during certain times, which we'll go over later, will help you to increase the testosterone. One of the other cool things about vitamin E is it reduces prolactin levels, which is a result from estrogen, by up to 69%. So we didn't even talk about prolactin. Let's talk about prolactin.
So yeah, prolactin is another thing in your body that you don't want to get too high, especially if you're men, So when you have these hormones getting out of balance, too much testosterone in the body converting into estrogen. Estrogen gets out of control, your prolactin is going to get really high. Now that feedback loop that we talked about earlier is going to get thrown totally out of whack because you have so much hormone circulating in your body that your body's not going to produce more testosterone. Because think about it, if your testosterone's high, it's converting to a ton of estrogen and now you have a lot of progesterone in your system. It's not going to have a signal to produce more testosterone because it recognizes, wow, we have an abundance of all these hormones in our body. Don't produce more testosterone because now estrogen and prolactin are going to get higher. So you're actually in turn going to produce less testosterone. Now supplementing with something like vitamin E, which could actually lower prolactin levels, will help that feedback loop again because now your body's going to recognize, lower prolactin levels, lower estrogen levels. Let's produce more testosterone because testosterone is not necessarily high. So it'll do a good thing for increasing testosterone indirectly. Like I mentioned a few times already, a lot of these supplements don't directly increase testosterone, but through the negative feedback loop, it will lower prolactin, it will lower estrogen, and your body will naturally produce more of its own testosterone.
Yeah, guys, one of the things too with prolactin levels, if prolactin levels get high, for men, your nipples will lactate. That is one of the things. Your nipples will lactate. You will actually be able to. I actually had a friend who was able to squeeze his nipple and stuff would come out. So that was high prolactin levels. It's not a good thing. Again, our main goal is to focus on testosterone. We want to keep all these other things at bay. So vitamin E also slows down the oxidation of polyunsaturated fats, which is generally the cause of lower testosterone levels as well. So polyunsaturated fats are not testosterone friendly. So those are the ones that you should avoid. And again, because they produce high oxidation. They produce that. So the vitamin E helps to slow down that oxidation of those. So we don't recommend consuming a lot of polyunsaturated fat. Zinc, good old zinc. So zinc inhibits the aromatase enzyme, which we spoke about earlier. You want to reiterate what it is?
Yeah, so the aromatase enzyme is the enzyme found in your body that will actually convert that high testosterone over to estrogen. So we don't want too much aromatase enzyme in the body because now you're going to have a very easy time to convert that testosterone over to estrogen. So if we could use a supplement like zinc to lower that aromatase enzyme or in any way lower that aromatase enzyme, such as losing body fat, you have a much less likely of a chance to convert that testosterone into estrogen.
Yeah. So exactly. So again, zinc is going to inhibit the aromatase enzyme, thus reducing the conversion from testosterone to estrogen. So it increases testosterone levels if you're deficient in zinc. So a lot of people are deficient in zinc. Foods that are common with zinc and have high zinc levels are like shellfish, mussels, oysters. I know I don't eat that stuff on the regular, so I know I'm definitely deficient in it. So I've been consuming a zinc product, and I've noticed a huge difference, especially in sleep quality as well, because it does help you sleep. So zinc also depletes copper. So if you are going to take zinc, you want to take 1 gram of copper for every 10 grams of zinc you consume. And we'll give all those recommendations out at the end. So if you don't have to worry about writing this down, we'll give you everything again at the end. Boron. This is a cool one. And this is kind of like a hidden gem here. So a study was done supplementing with 10 milligrams of boron supplements every morning for 1 week. And it resulted in significant testosterone increases and lower estrogen. So boron is a trace mineral that's in your body that can increase free testosterone levels by up to 28%, and decrease free estrogen levels by 39%. So that's an important supplement to use. Again, it's definitely a hidden gem. Like I said, it's a trace mineral. It's not common in a lot of the things that we eat. One of the major foods that it's in is actually raisins. So I don't eat raisins on the regular, so boron is definitely a huge supplement to take. I'm so excited because I started using boron and I actually noticed a huge difference. Do you have anything you want to comment on boron?
Yeah, well, like I mentioned with some of the other supplements, a lot of these things are raising testosterone indirectly. This is going to be one that will actually help increase it directly. So directly supplementing with boron will raise up testosterone. It'll also lower estrogen, but it's one of those where if you actually take it, you will see an increase in testosterone just by the supplement itself. It's not going to do so by lowering other hormones or indirectly. So this is one of the few that you will see increase it directly.
Yeah. Again, guys, we're cutting out all the fluff here. Ashwagandha. So ashwagandha is an Indian herb known as the strength of the stallion, like the Italian stallion, Anthony Bevilacqua. It's known for its stress-reducing and hormone-balancing qualities. It improves, this is a huge ton of benefits this ashwagandha has. It improves thyroid function, reduces adrenal fatigue, increases endurance, reduces cortisol, balances hormones. And a human study showed a 5-gram daily supplementation of ashwagandha showed a 40% increase in testosterone and a lowered 15% of prolactin. So that's huge. So you guys, you can already imagine if you added ashwagandha and boron, you'd already be significantly higher by using those two. Again, we'll give you our recommendations at the end here, so don't worry about writing everything down. We'll give you that list there fully in a little bit. But again, just showing you that these herbs, and there's a lot of things out there that can increase testosterone naturally, and these are what we're trying to do, again, bringing you to an optimal level. One of the other cool things about ashwagandha too, for those guys who really who are looking to get their female pregnant, it increases sperm count, increases sperm mobility, and the load size pretty much. So it's definitely one of those good things if you're looking to get your female pregnant.
Yeah, and it has a lot of great qualities about it too, because it does all those things, but it also will reduce cortisol, increase endurance, and reduces adrenal fatigue. So it kind of does a lot for just one supplement.
Yeah.
And adrenal fatigue is one of the big reasons why you might not see the correct amount of hormone balance in your body, because again, going back to the HPA axis, the adrenal glands, if they're taxed too much and you have adrenal fatigue, they're not going to work properly in pumping out the right amount of testosterone in your body. Mm-hmm. So you have to make sure that everything's functioning healthy in your body. So if you have any type of adrenal fatigue issues and you improve those, again, that'll help improve testosterone as well. So this one supplement does a lot of little things, but altogether they really help with hormone balance.
It sounds like something out of the magazines, though, an Indian herb known as the strength of the stallion, but it really works and it really will make a difference for you guys. Taxidrol, again, our signature product here. So basically, Taxidrol is the only supplement that was tested on bodybuilders and was shown to have a positive effect on testosterone. 2 bodybuilders were chosen for the study with low testosterone. Subjects were screened to make sure that testosterone levels were low. Both subjects experienced dramatic increases in testosterone levels. The training improved with increased intensity, increases in strength, increases in libido, increases in body weight, and a noticeable decrease in body fat with no side effects. So the conclusion, Taxidrol effectively raised testosterone levels in these 2 studies by an average of 180% with no side effects. Taxidrol, one of the reasons that I was drawn to Taxidrol was because the study that this was done on, the bodybuilder that was chosen, his testosterone levels were in the 180 level, his natural testosterone levels. After taking Taxidrol, it shot up to almost 500. So Taxidrol is one of those great products that work. Again, it's a patented product by All American Pharmaceutical that we license through them and we sell to you guys, and it's definitely one of the best things to do. That's why we're talking about it here, because it has been shown. Again, this is the only supplement that was tested on bodybuilders to prove its efficiency. And just super excited to be partnered with them with this. But Taxidrol, again, is one of those things. I've seen it 187 nanograms per deciliter to 400, just by taking that. So
yeah, the really cool thing about Taxidrol is this worked on bodybuilders that had severely low testosterone due to using excessive amounts of steroids. And for anybody who understands the way anabolic steroids work in the body, they'll basically throw your HPA axis out of whack completely, because you're inducing the same testosterone that your body produces naturally through a pharmaceutical force. So what happens is your body will actually completely stop producing its own, and that actually can cause more damage on your system than through anything else we've spoken about so far. So for anybody who's taking anabolic steroids, they're naturally going to have a very hard time producing a normal amount of testosterone when they come off, and a lot of times prescription medications are required just to get them back even to a normal range. So Taxidrol, completely effective at reversing that, anabolic steroid induced low testosterone levels. So it's, out of everything we've spoken about so far, it's the only thing that's actually been able to do that. So you're going to have to go a step above just the natural remedies if you do induce some type of low testosterone from anabolic steroids, and Taxidrol was effective at doing that. So for anybody who just naturally has lower testosterone, you can see significant increases. And if you have low testosterone as a result of excess steroid use, it's been shown to help that as well.
Yeah. Taxidrol, again, also, if your testosterone levels are low, it's definitely going to help. So if you're on the lower end, Taxidrol is going to help a lot more than if you're on the higher end. It's just what it shows. But again, if you combine Taxidrol with everything else we've talked about, you're in for a powerful punch there. All right, so supplements that do not work. You got our snake oil salesman there, because there's a lot of supplements out there, flashy marketing, flashy this, flashy that, but absolutely zero. They work zero. So many popular testosterone boosting supplements actually show little to no improvement increasing testosterone. And even worse, some of them actually show to decrease testosterone. So opposite of what we're trying to do here. Tribulus, the first one on the list. The most popular and oldest testosterone booster in the bodybuilding community. Dated studies showed improvement in luteinizing hormone levels when supplemented with Tribulus. However, these were only shown in animals, none in men, none in guys, none in infertile men, nothing. We've looked, nothing. The only improvements shown for Tribulus were in humans who were shown on men over the age of 60 with very low testosterone. If you're listening to this, chances are you're not over the age of 60 and you don't have very, very low testosterone. If you do, then this may help you, but generally it's not going to do anything.
Yeah, and the increases weren't even significant enough to get them within a normal, healthy range. So if you're very, very low, you might see a little bump with Tribulus, but it's nothing that's actually going to affect you. If you're feeling symptoms of low testosterone, you can bet that Tribulus is not going to get you back up to where you're feeling normal.
Yeah, definitely not. So no significant increase in testosterone levels have been shown from Tribulus. Saw palmetto, another popular bodybuilding testosterone booster. It does increase testosterone, but has a major downside. The increase in testosterone comes from the blocking of the conversion of testosterone to DHT, an important hormone in the male body. So supplementing with saw palmetto has been shown a 32% decrease in DHT. Big Eye, why is DHT so important?
Yeah, so this is one of those things where, as I mentioned, a lot of these supplements will improve your testosterone through other resources. So this will do one the same way, but not in a beneficial way. So what happens is your body will actually convert some of its testosterone into DHT, which is dihydrotestosterone. And again, that's very important for the body's hormonal functions, just like testosterone. If you have low DHT, your body's not going to perform correctly. You're not going to feel well. So low DHT levels are not going to be good for your body. If you're trying to increase testosterone, you don't want to lower DHT. So the way that this supplement works is to decrease the amount of testosterone converted to DHT. So on paper, that's a good thing because now you have higher testosterone. But the major downfall is you have lower DHT, which actually is going to hurt you even worse. So if you're trying to maximize your testosterone production, you don't want to lower DHT. So you kind of get one benefit of it, but with a big negative. So you don't want to sacrifice DHT just for increased testosterone.
Yeah, definitely not. That's another junk one. DAA, a common one, D-aspartic acid. So initially, it was a big hit for testosterone boosting supplements as a sponsored study showed a 148% increase in testosterone. Once again, great marketing or that snake oil salesman. Later, another study showed DAA actually significantly reduced testosterone. So avoid DAA. It comes in usually powdered form. You can find it on its own. Sometimes it's in pre-workout products. So just always look at the label of things that you're buying, because this is not one of those supplements that are good. I've actually took DAA and found nothing from it at all.
Yeah, it's one of those staples today for testosterone boosting supplements that you will see in a store. Some products are just straight DAA. Others contain DAA as the main ingredient in a testosterone boosting blend. And as we see here, it was very popular for a little while just because there was one study that was released when DAA came out that showed that crazy increase in testosterone. So everybody went out and bought it, and it just became the standard. But the fact was, when they had a non-sponsored test done to it, the real results came out, and again, it actually lowered testosterone. So, especially if you have low testosterone and you supplement with DAA, you're going to make it worse. So stay away from DAA, guys. A lot of people are still promoting it, and you'll see even pretty reputable people saying that it works. It's just marketing, guys. The studies actually show a reduction in testosterone.
Correct. All right, so this is the end of the second lecture. If you guys forgot your homework, be ready for punishment. So be sure to check us on the third lecture. Double click that and let's get rolling.